and this probably leads on as well to the firemen, doesn't it? In terms of they put these firemen on a vegan diet for a week.
These are overweight firemen that
stressed
are probably
firemen.
hamburgers and obviously I'm guessing
a traditional Western diet which contains fast food, poor food, poor quality food, and you can tell that by the
limited
condition
nutrients.
of these guys.
I was going to say, not picking them out or anything, but looking at the guys, they weren't the firemen that you get in the yearly.
They weren't Lloyd Harvey.
They weren't Lloyd Harvey, basically. Yeah.
Shout out to one of our members.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
They weren't going to go in the calendars.
No,
the fireman calendars for the year.
No, and so with all these points in terms of the guy that his dad, the fireman, and look at the studies. The studies do show that actually vegan and vegetarian diets can reduce people's risks of heart disease and heart conditions. But a lot of that is because you're going from a poor diet to a good diet. That's basically the big thing, isn't it?
Take home from today.
Because if you look, and if the studies do look at vegetarian and vegan populations versus typical Western diet populations. And vegan and vegetarian people are what we class as more health seeking. So health seeking would be less rates of smoking, more less rates of alcohol, more exercise. So if you look at a population data between the two,
that is causation and correlation into a in a nutshell, isn't
exactly
it?
Because basically most people, or a lot of people who go vegetarian, are thinking about their health and therefore more mindful of their health, and then because of that you can't take a group of vegetarians versus a group of meat eaters, because the meat eaters have poorer lifestyles. And the data, there's a China study which looks at this in China, where they take like a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people, and look at their diets and compare the two, and they say vegetarianism gives less heart disease, less cancer risk, etc. But like many other studies, when you take the people who have healthy lifestyles, vegetarians versus similar meat eaters, so they have the same lifestyle factors as meat eaters, who don't smoke, exercise regularly, eat whole foods in the majority of cases, so they basically match them. There is no increased risk of heart disease and these sorts of things. So it shows that you can be just as healthy in a meat-eating diet as a vegetarian diet, but you need to then, your lifestyle has to represent that. Does that make sense? So again, these studies are very, very misleading in terms of that. Again, it doesn't mean that a vegetarian or vegan diet isn't healthy. It definitely is. But you can be just as healthy eating a meat diet with meat in and other lifestyle factors. So I think that from a health point of view, that's the biggest thing I took away, was they were trying to cherry pick data. They're, anecdotal. My dad had a heart attack. Now he's on a vegan diet and he's doing much better, of course, because he's probably eating way more vegetables. He's eating more of a healthy, nutritious diet.
So on that